The other day I was awakened in my tent at sunrise by a sound that I'd heard before, also in this West Texas wonderland. Try to identify what animal is making this sound or what you think it means. If you guessed that the animal making that noise was a bear, you would be correct. I kind of walked in the same direction as the bear up to the Pine Canyon 4 site. So Pine Canyon 3 is behind us. Here's Pine Canyon 4. Kind of wanted to keep an eye on where this bear is headed. So far it's been headed towards the mountains. Oh, crazy, huh? What a thing to wake up to. For most of you who don't know me, this kind of stuff happens to me all the time. That was a spiritual encounter for me. That bear woke me up gently by giving a cautionary growl before it even approached my campsite. I didn't respond except for waking up, and as I started to slowly unzip myself out of the sleeping bag and open the tent window, it already knew I was there, you know. These bears are not, they're not dumb. All of these animals are sentient. As luck would turn out, hopefully it shows up, but as luck would turn out, I set up a motion activated camera on the side that the bear walked around when it woke me up this morning. So I hope that camera picked up some of the activity, but even if it didn't, obviously we did. It's a huge success. as time has gone by and as wildlife has become a little bit less common, it's become a real treat to see the things that our camp hosts normally use air horns to frighten off, that they normally drive around honking at. I recognize that there's check out the clouds. I recognize that there's there's an order to it all, but man-made order is a little bit short-sighted. This bear seems to have understood, at least in part, what it was walking through. It didn't seem shocked to see me, so it's definitely a national park bear that's seen some people here and there, and its curiosity was only to search the area and see if there was any kind of food.
As luck would have it, my motion-activated game camera picked up some amazing footage.
Just right off the bat, I wanted to stop this video and play it again, emphasizing you just saw where my motion-activated camera was placed. And so what this bear did is walk past the camera, and it was basically at the foot end of this tent, sniffing for a while, trying to figure out what was going on inside, I guess.
Believe it or not, I had just completed a 3.5 day actually, water-only fast, and I wonder if the fact that I hadn't had any food or food scent on me factored into how this situation played out.
So there it is, just standing there, sniffing. Here's a later clip that I haven't seen yet. Had a big belly, huh? So towards the front of this tent, which is where my head is when I'm laying down in there, and that's where my feet are. And so here is that log that you can see in the video, which was captured from that device. And the bear was standing to the left of that device, right here, kind of facing this way a little bit, probably listening for sounds in here. But I have a feeling it came up through the drainage up the slope and then up through here. But the terrain is a little bit rocky, and it'd be very difficult for the bear to leave a track, but it sure did leave an impression. So it's about 1 hour before sunset, and it's pretty quiet right now. You hear a couple of birds, but I'd have to say it's extremely quiet. The day got warm enough, sunny enough to where we should have seen all kinds of reptiles, variety of critters. It's not quite chilly, but while the sun is behind the clouds, it feels cool, like really cool. When the sun comes out from the clouds and the solar radiation hits me directly, it feels somewhat uncomfortable. It can be pretty overwhelming, especially when the sun is up high. And I'm sure a lot of the plants and animals feel the same, especially the animals that have fur, which is why that bear was out and about before sunrise, making its way up the mountain range here. And there are definitely some insects flying around. There's some little tiny ones flying by my nose right now. There are birds, and once again, I kind of want to say, but I'm not sure. I kind of wanted to say that I think the bear is hunting campsites, or was hunting campsites, looking for anything that it could find. Because again, you know, as a bear roaming this whole area, I can imagine, here comes that sun, I can imagine getting a little bit concerned, especially if I was a mama bear or soon to be mama bear. I couldn't tell if that was a mama bear just from the small screen that I'm looking at. I'm sure we'll all be able to tell looking at a bigger screen, but I'm sure I would be concerned. You know, what nutrients am I going to be able to find prior to the oncoming winter? That's a sound I'll never forget waking up to.